Hello, everyone. Of course, I'm Jennifer from JForrestEnglish.com, and I'm very excited because I'm talking with one of my students, Apurba. Apurba's in my program Speak to Impress, and he's going to be sharing his experience of how he became a confident English speaker. Hello, Apurba. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Hi. Hi, Jennifer. It's nice to be here and talking to you.
Oh, I'm so
Thank you.
glad. So, why don't you just tell us where you're from, where you live now, and what you do?
Okay, so I'm from Bangladesh and I moved to Canada. So I live in Canada and it's about almost 4 years here. And my profession was I'm an accountant. So here I live in Toronto. So I was doing an accountant job. So that's a summary about myself.
Okay, great. Well, obviously, if you're living in Canada, an English speaking country, I already understand why English is important, but why don't you just explain for you as an accountant, why is it important for you to feel really confident with your communication skills?
Oh, definitely. So the thing, I have that accounting skill, uh, and I was very, I have confidence in that. But what I was personally feeling that when I was doing job and regularly communicating with colleagues and other like customers, then I found myself that I need to improve my English a lot because I was not confident at that time. And I was thinking, continuously thinking how to do that, like to find such a program that I can go with that. And definitely I need to improve in that to be a successful accountant, because accountant not only about accounting, the language of business. So I have to communicate with in a correct way, so that other can understand as well. So to become a successful accountant, uh, I was thinking on that to improve my English and to find the right program.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You felt very strong in your accounting skills, your area of expertise, but it was just the English communication skills. Now, you said you didn't feel confident, but why is that? Like, what was it about speaking in English that you struggled with or you didn't feel confident with?
Uh, well, uh, that I found that good at writing, but when speaking, I was thinking that I had that hesitation. Am I speaking correctly? Those are grammatically correct or not? So uh, that in Bangladesh we are putting so much uh, like emphasis on grammar. So that was in my mind. So here and in Bangladesh, English is not. Uh, Bengali is their native language. So there I have to communicate with the native language. So here, when it came to Canada, so when I am speaking in English, okay, that time I was not confident that maybe I am doing some mistake. Maybe it may not, the other person is not uh, understanding my English correctly, what I am going to say. So that hesitation is always in my mind. And sometimes when I need to speak a lot, so that hesitation always pushing me back uh, to speak less. So that was the problem. So I want to overcome that problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that probably didn't didn't feel good at all just living in Canada, living in an English speaking country and just lacking that confidence sharing your ideas at work. But you said you were living in Canada for 4 years. So did you not just get comfortable with working in English because you had done it for 4 years and just living in an English speaking country for, a longer period of time?
Well, that is actually in 4 years, though I'm living here 4 years, so that's true. And I was communicating with the people, but they were okay with my communication, but I was not convinced with my uh, English speaking. I was communicating what I had to deliver. I think I was in that I was successful. But the problem was that to speak spontaneously or to speak in a, for an example, to express ideas or those things, I I want to improve in that. So
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I asked you that because a lot of students assume that as soon as they get in an English speaking country, they're just instantly going to feel confident. But it's just not the case with the students that I've worked with. Many of them have been in English speaking countries for years and still lack that confidence because they haven't had the proper communications training. And
right.
so why don't you share with everyone, why did you decide to join Speak to Impress?
Well, I looked at the program, and when I met you, so you described about the program, and then I started that. I looked at the module, and I thought, okay, this is the right program for me. So when I started with that hope that will improve me, but you know, practically, when I finished that 30-day speaking challenge, I found myself like a lot uh, a lot confidence in speaking, and it helped in my interviews. It helped in my uh, communicating with other people. I found that yeah, it helped uh, immensely. I want to say because uh, that 30-day speaking challenge we started with a small few things, 1 minute every day. And the good thing is, every one of us was listening to each other. So not only speaking, listening is also, I think, a very good thing to improve our own speaking. So listen to others when we can listen, and then we can respond correctly. So that is important. So not only speaking, so listening and then speaking. So that program really helped in both ways. And yes, I think I became a lot confident in that. And
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. And that's a really interesting point about listening and how in the program you get the opportunity to listen to other students all speaking with different accents, but speaking in English. And
right,
that's the reality of the world we're in. Every workplace you're in is diverse, many different backgrounds, cultures, and many different accents in English. So, how did you find that experience of just listening to a lot of different accents in the program from your fellow students?
well, at the beginning, when I met them, so they were new. We just met each other, so the different accent. So, but when we are looking at each other, uh, like one that 30-minute, sorry, 1 minute or 2 minutes, we had to finish our maximum 2 minutes time. So at the beginning, we were struggling with that. Sometimes somebody were presenting 3 minutes. I did that too. But what was more interesting when I was listening to each other, and everyone has different accent, at, but listening to them. in 3 4 days, then it became familiar to me that accent that okay, Rolf is talking in this way, then that problem was not anymore. So I think that regularly looking to, like engaging myself to that program and meeting people, so that problem I overcome with that.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because, honestly, even for me, when I am talking to someone from a different region, like for example, someone from Texas or someone from Australia
Yeah,
or Scotland, I struggle to understand them at first, but after a few minutes or a few conversations, I start
right.
to, understand more. And just like you said, after a few videos, you start to really get comfortable and you're training your ear to understand these different accents.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm glad you had that experience as well. Now, so the 30-day speaking challenge, for those watching that don't know, this is where, like Apurba said, you record a short video of yourself speaking on a specific topic every day for 30 days. The purpose is to get a lot of practice and repetition speaking in English. So, when you first recorded your video, how did you feel on day one? And you can be honest.
Yeah, sure. Day one is really challenging because I was preparing myself that 30 for that 2 minutes video. I took several like presenting myself to the mirror for several times, maybe more than 20 times. So that actually took, I think I will say, more than 30 minutes, the preparation time. But the good thing about this program is when I was doing that in day 4, day 5, it's improving. And that time was like I could minimize that time, I could save my time for other work. So that preparation, so listening to them for 10 minutes, 5 friends, so I'm listening to them, and then what I have to say, I was preparing. I can remember that in 5 to 7 minutes or maximum 10 minutes, I can prepare my speech and then present uh, to others in that program.
So, of course, challenging. You struggled with it on day one, but I'm glad you said you already started to see the improvement after day 4, 5, even.
Right.
Now, how did you feel on day 30 after doing this every day for 30 days? How did you feel?
I feel great. In one just word, I can say that I feel great because uh, even at my home, uh, I was so energized with that program in 30-day challenge. I was super excited. I was talking to my wife too much.
Aw.
Sometimes she was, so those things, but the that is the fun part actually. When uh, that challenge, I took that and complete. After that completion of that, I was enjoying speaking English more and more. So that I want to say. So that is great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just the fact that you became excited to communicate, excited to share your ideas, and your wife is testament to that. That's amazing. And that's when you start to really enjoy communicating, when you look forward to it and realize how many ideas you have, how many stories you have to share with the world as well.
Yep.
Now, what kind of positive impact do you think that 30-day speaking challenge had on your work when you need to share your ideas in a meeting or go for an interview or pick up the phone when it's ringing?
That, yeah, I can say that the hesitation before before joining to 30 days challenge, I had always that hesitation that in my mind I was speaking slowly and thinking about what I'm going to deliver. Will the other person, the receiver, he or she can receive it correctly. So those things continuously was in my mind when I was delivering my speech or something about anything. But that problem is gone. And that problem is gone. That fear, uh, what I found, that is because of fear. So, and when that fear is gone, then yeah, I'm that confidence is soaring. So that thing, I don't feel that fear in speaking, uh, and that helped me building my confidence in speaking and communicating other people.
Well, that's amazing that you no longer have that fear. I know just from talking with so many students, it's really fear. That's the one thing that comes up over and over again. Students even been struggling for years and years with that. So the fact that you were able to overcome that, you now look forward to sharing your ideas. That's an amazing accomplishment. I'm really proud of all the work that you've done as well. And I know you still have more work to do in the program, so we'll
Right.
keep at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But who do you think would be a great student to join this program?
Those who are thinking that like like me, I was thinking that I need to improve in this area. I need to communicate with people. So to have like effectively communicate with people, English speaking is a must. So and so I will say that the people who are thinking about to progress in their career, in their education, or who are maybe moved to a different country when English is the first language, and who needs, who thinks that, yeah, they have to work on this. So this is the right program for them. And an example can be me.
Well, that's amazing. And thank you so much for being here and sharing your story. I'm sure you've inspired a lot of students, especially students living in English speaking countries, struggling and feel like they shouldn't be struggling. But now they know that they can absolutely overcome those fears and gain the confidence just like you did as well. So thank you so much for being here and sharing your story with us.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much.